Let's start our topic, computer networks. Everybody know about this computer networks. In this situation, we all are using the different kinds of networks. Now, we will discuss about the different topics related with computer networks. We use the different applications of computer networks in our daily life. Let's move to our topic, Introduction to Computer Network. Introduction. A computer network is an interconnection of two or more computers that are able to exchange information. Two or more computers are connected together, that is known as a computer network. What is its usage? For exchange information, to exchange information. The computer may be connected via any data communication link like copper wires, radio links, etc. Any data communication link can use in computer networks. Example, copper wires, radio links, etc. They may be a personal computer or large mainframes. The computer network may be located in a room, building, city, country, or anywhere in the world. Anywhere we can place the computers to include in this network. Computer networks have opened up an entire frontier in the world of computing called the client-server model. Now we all are using the internet that is working as a client-server model. A client can send a request to the server, then the server can give a response to the client. A client can send a request to the server, then a server can give a response to the client. That is this client-server model. Advantages of networks. Resource sharing is the main advantage of this computer networks. All the resources we can share within that computer network. Cost saving. Once we shared that printer, no need to use it again in another system itself. So that is the cost saving. Collaborative user interaction. We can easily communicate with each other. Time saving. We can share the information. Increased storage. In every system we can use this. In every system we can store our data. So increased storage. The capacity of that storage is that much too large. That is advantages of this network. Disadvantages. If network are badly managed, services can become unusable and productivity fails. First, we have to manage in a good way. Then only we can use that network. Otherwise, that productivity will fails. If software and files held centrally, it may be impossible to carry out any work if the central server fails. If we are using all the softwares and files were that central server itself, that time that server will fails, we can't access the data. That's also a disadvantage. File security, that is more important. We are using these files were in this network itself, internet itself. So protection from viruses, that also very important. That also a disadvantage. To handle network of organization, you may need specialist staff to run the network. That also a disadvantage of this network. The next one, evolution of networks. From where this network started. 1969, first network came into existence. 1969, that is ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency Network, ARPANET. What is its usage? To connect computers at US defense and different universities. That is the usage of this ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency Network, to connect computers at US defense and different universities. Then mid of 80s, NSF Net, National Science Foundation Network, a high capacity network to be used strictly for academic and engineering research only. Strictly for academic and engineering research. What is this? NSF Net, National Science Foundation Network, mid of 80s, 1980. Then next 1990, Internet. The Internet working of ARPANET, NSFNet and other private network. All together it will work in this Internet. Internet is the network of networks. That is the evolution of networks. 1969 ARPANET, then mid of 80s NSFNet, then 1990 Internet. All together ARPANET, NSFNet, other private networks, all together it will work. Internet is the network of networks. That is the evolution of this networks. Then Internet. What's an Internet? Global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities consisting of interconnected networks using standardized communication protocol. Protocol means rules and regulations. According to that rules and regulations only we can share the information. Variety of information and communication facilities we can access from this Internet. Interconnected networks. So many networks are there, that all networks are interconnected. That is known as an Internet. Network of networks, popularly known as net. You know about this. Then intranet. What is this intranet? Intranet is a local and restricted communication network, especially a private network created using World Wide Web softwares. Intranet is a private network in an organization or in a particular persons can only use this Internet. Intranet, not internet, intranet. It is managed by any person or organization. Intranet user can avail services of Internet, whereas Internet user cannot access intranet directly. Intranet person can use this Internet. Intranet person can use this Internet, but Internet person cannot use this intranet directly. There is a difference. Intranet, that is a private network created by World Wide Web. In an organization, we can use this intranet for sharing our information, for passing any messages, anything. That is this intranet. Interspace. Interspace means real-time discussions. Communicate online with real-time audio, video and text chat in dynamic 3D environment. For that, we can use this Interspace client-server software program that allows multiple users to communicate online with real-time audio, video and text chat in dynamic 3D environment. Example for this interspace is online video conferencing is an example of interspace. Clear? Internet, intranet and interspace. The next one, switching techniques. Switching technique means transferring data across the network. Switching techniques are used for transferring data across the network. How can we transfer the data through that network? We can use three different kinds of switching techniques: circuit switching, packet switching and message switching. Before that, in large network, there might be multiple path linking the sender and the receiver. A sender sends a data to the or any message to the receiver. That time multiple path linking is there. Multiple path linking. In between the sender and the receiver, there might be multiple path linking is there. Information may be switched as it travels through various communication channel. Different communication channel also we are using. So, information may be switched as it travels through various communication channel. Three different types of switching techniques are there: circuit switching, packet switching and message switching. What is this circuit switching? First, the complete physical connection between two computers is established. That is compulsory in circuit switching. One circuit is compulsory. First, complete physical connection between two computers. After that only it will send the data through that particular connection or medium. It is must to set up an end-to-end connection between computers before any data can be sent. After the connection established, only we can send data through that. That is its speciality. The circuit is terminated when the connection is closed. After sending the data, the sender can send that data. After that, the receiver will receive that data. After that only, the circuit is terminated from there. The connection is closed. That time only it will terminate. That circuit switching technique will terminate. That circuit is terminated when the connection is closed. That is this circuit switching, one complete physical connection between two computers. That is compulsory in this circuit switching. That is its speciality. Clear? The next one, packet switching. Packet switching introduces the idea for cutting data. That means the source entire message is broken into smaller pieces. That source or sender, or who is the sender? That sender machine can broken the message in smaller pieces called packets. That is source. At the source, entire message is broken in smaller pieces called packets, which are transmitted over a network without any resource being allocated. That is its specialty. Packet switching. First, it will broken down into smaller pieces called packets. After that only, that packets can transmit. At destination, packets may reach in random order. According to that size, it may reach in random order. At the destination, when all packets are received, they are merged to form the original message. After receiving all the packet at destination, it will merge to the form of original message. In packet switching, all the packets of fixed size are stored in main memory. This is the specialty of this packet switching. All the packets of fixed size, that size of that packet is fixed. Then it will store where? In this main memory itself. That is this packet switching. First, it will broken down into packets. That packet will send through that medium. Then it will reach at destination in random order itself. Then the packets are received. After all the packets are received at the destination, it will merge to form the original message. Then one more thing, in packet switching, all the packets of fixed size are stored in main memory. The packets are fixed size. That is its specialty. The next one, message switching. Data is first stored, then forwarded to the next node. First, it will stored in one node. After that, it will forward to the next node. That is this message switching. Message switching. In message switching, there is no upper bound on size of packet. That means different sizes of packets are there. In message switching, it will send different sizes of packets. But in this packet switching, each packet is of fixed size. Then one more thing, packet switching, data packets are stored in main memory, but in message switching, message is stored in hard disk. That is its difference, which makes it reducing the access time. That is message switching. First, stored the data in one node, then forward to the next node. In message switching, no upper bound on size of packet. But in the packet switching, each packet is of fixed size. In packet switching, the packets are stored in main memory, but in message switching, message is stored in hard disk. What is its usage? Which makes it reducing the access time. That is message switching. 3 different kinds of switching techniques: circuit switching, packet switching, and message switching. Okay.